Welcome back everybody to the Shoe Enthusiast channel. Some of you have seen my reviews before, and I've used some terms that I've been getting some questions on, so I thought I'd make a quick video about the terms open channel versus closed channel. And open versus closed channel is talking about the soles of shoes, the bottoms, these areas here. So I have two shoes here that have not been worn, so you can get a very clear example of what this looks like before a shoe has been worn. This is a pair of Woven Strands by Allen Edmonds, and this is a pair of Spectators by Cobbler Union. You may have seen me do an unboxing of these in a previous video. If you haven't, check it out. So I talk a lot about open closed channel, so I'm going to tell you what it actually means. So it's actually open channel, closed channel stitching. It's the stitching of upper and the sole to the welt. So I've talked about anatomy in the shoe, what a welt is. So when a shoe is made, they stitch it upper to the sole. So open channel is best illustrated on this Allen Edmonds shoe. I'm going to move this here, give you a little better way to look at that. So you can see here, when they're stitched on, you can see it creates a groove here. And it's literally an open stitch. You can see the stitching. And one good thing about an open channel stitching is that if you take your shoes to get resoled by a cobbler, most cobblers can do this effectively, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And of course, if you do need to get them repaired, it won't cost as much to do it. What are the downsides to this? I think a couple of things. I mean, I've read on some blogs and on some forums that in very rare occasions that a stitch can rip if it's worn too long without being repaired, and also that water might seep through if it's not done well. I don't know, that's never happened to me, so I'm just kind of relaying what I've heard. Though I will say also that if it's being made well, you'll see like there's like a little, like, maybe you can see this kind of a sunken channel here where this, you can't just hit the stitches like this. Is kind of grooved in here like this, and that kind of protects it. But in open channel stitching, there's no guarantee that every maker is going to do that. So it really depends on the shoemaker. But just something you should know is that this has always kind of been associated with kind of lower quality shoes. It doesn't mean it is low quality. It's just that's the association it has. It may not actually make much meaningful difference, because look, the fact of the matter is that you're stepping on the ground with this part, right? So, but here's the difference here. So this is open channel. Now let's look at what closed channel is. Closed channel looks like this. Let me make sure I can get this. I'm going to flip this around, might make it easier. There we go. So maybe you can see this easier here. There we go. So in a closed channel, it is, this is where, like, instead of creating the stitch like they did here, you can see this right. Or you can see it here when they stitch it. Instead of doing this, what they do instead is they cut here to make a little flap of the leather. They stitch it around, and then they kind of glue or adhere the leather back. So this has the appearance of one piece of leather. I'm going to say this first and foremost. From an aesthetic point of view, this looks beautiful, I think. When I compare these two, nothing wrong with the open channel, but I mean, this looks lovely. And the thing is that closed channel has always, it's been kind of associated with bespoke shoemaking versus ready to wear. So shoes, as they get more expensive, you see they move to this closed channel because honestly it just takes a different level of craft to do this. And so I thought it was important to note that. And whenever I talk about shoes, I'll mention this closed channel a lot. You can see, like I said, it looks just aesthetically pleasing, and it takes a little more effort to make this, and that's why you tend to see them on the higher end shoes. The higher end shoemakers will opt for the closed channel versus open. Some of the things that I have heard sometimes that might protect it from water, but the truth of the matter is, if you walk on it enough, you walk on any sole, on any hard surface, you know, the soles will get scuffed. And so I think really, I will say this, from a practical difference, you can go and you can research more about this, because there's a lot more to this. You read some of it's contradictory, that one is better in terms of protecting the shoe and things like that, about water protection. I'd say if you really want to be protected from water, you can go with a rubber sole. That'd probably do it for you. But I would say this is the main differences here is you're going to be the aesthetic. So just the look of the shoe on closed channel is going to just be a lot more pleasing than the open channel. And so whenever I review shoes, I will point that out, because it is a touch that higher end shoemakers use versus the lower end. And so one thing I have read about, the only negative thing to this is if you walk on really rough surfaces, the flat might come off. So that's, I guess that might be a negative. Again, this has not happened to me, so I don't know. But just again, so you see, that's the big difference between closed channel and open channel. So whenever you're looking at shoes and you see this closed channel, you can usually see this on all your higher, more expensive shoes. You'll see this. And these are, by the way, on all welted shoes. Cemented shoes, on the other hand, you won't have stitching at all, because they're just glued on. So this is, of course, in the world of Goodyear welted shoes. So just wanted to do this short video, kind of an apples to apples comparison of two shoes roughly the same price, good quality. So again, open channel, closed channel. I hope that helps you when you are looking for new shoes to buy. Thanks for watching, and please, if you can, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and thank you for watching.